All right. What's going on, world? This your boy at Big Game James _36 of the Sports Den, fifth quarter college football, Florida State, all the different things you know me of. Got a little late night action going on, but everybody knows that some of the things that I really value, some of the things that I really, really love are cigars, cognac, college football, and something that I fell in love with maybe the last couple years is my shoe game. And I like to boast and say that I have the best shoe game in all of the big three state of Florida. Possibly any college football fan, not fan, beat writer, their shoe game can't mess with my wall. So I'm not gonna say I have the best shoe game in America because I'm still too young in the game. But I want to talk to people about how I was able to get my shoe game up from 0 to 100 real quick, and that's with the certified steppers here. They definitely look out. Pretty much any shoe that's come out that I've asked for, I've been able to get it. Oh man, a lot of people are sitting at home with their hands out, wondering what's going on and why they couldn't get it and how I was able to get it. This is basically the secret sauce. So I wanted to introduce my world to these guys. Fellas, go ahead and introduce yourself and let the world know who you are.
My name is Jawan Brown. You can follow me on IG at KW Young_Brown or at Twitter, Jawan Brown 5.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Trav. I'm really like just an OG little sneakerhead. Been doing this since I don't even know how long. I love camping in lines. I love getting stuff that's exclusive. If you need anything that's hard to get, hard to find, you should follow us at certified_steppers. It's right there under my name. So yeah, go handle that.
So a lot of people want to know. There's a lot of people who just look at tennis shoes like my mom gets on me or has got on me. She's like, "Why you spend so much damn money on shoes?" One of the first things I did when I went to college and I got my net check for about $1,000. Nelly's Air Force Ones was all the craze, and I went and bought like 8 pairs of Air Force Ones. Not just I had to, because again, still to this day, nothing gets some hype on first sight like white on white. But I had the white reds, the blacks, the white and blues, and a whole bunch of different colors. And that was one of the things that I was able to do. But like even to this day, like I'm getting this, so I get my alumni inspired shoes. Like I have some tag Air Force Ones that nobody could get because again they were made specially for me, and somebody graffitied them. I always get the FSU like shoes, but talk to us about sneaker culture and what's the difference. Like people are like, hey, I got some K Swiss or I got some Lawnmower 101s, the old white man's. What's the difference and why is the sneaker culture so prevalent?
Go ahead, Trav. You can start it off.
I mean, really, I think the sneaker culture is basically like just tied into society in itself. You know what I'm saying? One thing, to some people, depending on how much you spend on your shoes, they look at it as like status. Like you can only get this shoe if you have X amount of money. And that's just how it is because they're so hard to find. They're like gems, they're like diamonds in the rough. Like, man, how did you come up with those? Like you have to be plugged in, you have to be in the game for a long time. And people like to charge what they're worth. So that's how, what I'm saying, some of the shoes end up being as pricey as they are. But as far as like just regular Jordans and Kanye's and Yeezys and stuff like that, I mean they just come out every week. And sometimes they have different ties to us, like when you have just like you said, FSU, like colors, what I'm saying, when something is inspired by something else, they tend to gravitate to it. And so that just kind of generates like a little bit of hype. Not too much, but if you want it, chances are somebody else wants it. And the problem has been like people have been ready to spend their money, but they can't get it. They always end up at the store late for whatever reason. It's because people end up taking up everything because they know somebody might like it. So it's always good to have like a group, family, a team to help you get what you need when you want to make sure you get it.
Yeah, and going on what he said, it's like with the Jordans, for example. I mean, a lot of people love Michael Jordan, know who Michael Jordan is, and just like you said in your podcast, like you were kind of taught to, love Michael Jordan. Like that's all you were taught, when you're growing up. So like, shoot, if I get those J's, I'll be like Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that, it's a lot to do with the history of the shoe and how much people like that athlete. Like, people like LeBron James, but they don't really like LeBron James as much as they love Jordan, if that makes sense to you. It's really just a history and just, just like Trav said, just knowing that, okay, I got that shoe and that other person doesn't have it, it's kind of like a status kind of a thing.
Gotcha. This is your boy Big Game James on with the Certified Steppers. Make sure you check them at certified_steppers_ on IG. They're on Twitter as well, but on IG you can definitely see the different shoes. Look at the different things that are coming out. Like Trav mentioned, there's a different drop every week, and it's annoying. It's pricey. It's whatever. It's not pricey, I guess, if you can actually catch them. So what is it like, without giving away your secret formula about how you can always get them? Like, what is it like explain what the process is like for the average everyday person who's just going to try to catch the shock drop or try to get the stuff in? What is it like for somebody who is really becoming a client of Certified Steppers?
So really, if you're not in the game, you won't get a shock drop. Like that's just how it is. Like you won't even know it's happening. But if you're in the game for real, like sometimes months in advance. So I don't know if anybody remembers, but the Flint 13s, they just shock dropped the other day. We actually got a few pairs in, and they should be coming out, and they're set to release on the 30th of this month. So May 30th is like the last weekend. But yeah, we already got a few pairs. If you need them, we got them. But as far as like getting shoes and being a part of like what we have going on right now, it's just like I was saying, it's a team. It's way easier to get exactly what you want. And so that's kind of like what you're getting with us. We're all like certified sneakerheads. We all stood in lines, camped in lines, did whatever it took to get the shoe. And that's kind of like what it takes to get a lot of these shoes. And for some people, they just don't have it, either the time on a Saturday or to know when they're supposed to release on the midweek, or for something that is like exclusive as the Chunky Dunky Dunk that Big James was telling me about backstage. That's actually supposed to come out on the 23rd. You won't even have a chance to get it because they're not releasing online. Shoes like that break the internet. We've seen Yeezys that's broken the internet, and they weren't even that hot sometimes. But at the same time, there's that many people that want the shoe, and especially like in times like now with coronavirus and COVID going on, people are trying to stay inside. People are trying to stay indoors. And the crazy part about it is that just made your job a whole lot harder, because now, the internet bandwidth isn't what it needs to be quite yet. It was a lot easier for you to be able to go outside and stand in lines, but now people getting the riots. I'm in Georgia. I was over there by South Lake Mall, and they were rioting, pushing at the door for these Jordan 5s. These right here. The Jordan 5s that he was wearing, these had shot drop too. But they're a very classic shoe, very nice shoe. And that's what kind of kicked off, like, everything has to go behind a computer screen. So right now we actually have a group that is kind of dedicated to trying to curate a lot of good links for people so they can get a manual just like us. And that's kind of what we own. We just kind of get them from the exact same stores, but it just became a little bit harder because you have to know like the certain places to go at the certain times.
Okay. So again, we're Certified Steppers talking about some shoe game introduction to how people can actually get them, so you can stop asking me online. I mean, I don't mind tagging people into how you can get it, but at the same time, right now you're making the introduction how to get it. What are some shoes you just talked about the Flint 13s dropping May 30th, right? That's when
Correct.
They're coming out. And we just talked about the Super Dunks. What are some shoes that somebody who maybe the casual kind of wants to get in, but they don't want to just kind of half step into the game. They want to get in and make a big splash. Over the next couple of weeks, what are some shoes that they should be looking at that they could cop that would be that if they came out and they were in the culture, somebody would be like, yo, those are fly?
Okay. So right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, the dunk wave is out of this world right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the Nike SBs, of course, the super dunks with the chunky dunky, but they have a pack coming out that's kind of like geared towards young athletics. So now they have Brazil, which is supposed to represent like just the flavorful times of the summertime in Brazil right now. And that is a very hot shoe. It's actually supposed to set the drop this weekend. If you can get your hands on that one this weekend, let me know. Because if you're not going to wear it, I want it. And that's real talk. Like, if you came stepping with those on, I would love to see that. Another one that is pretty going to be easy to get. I don't know too many people that know about Fear of God, but Jerry Lorenzo, he's killing the game. I know you've seen the Air Fear of God ones, all the celebrities wearing them, the boot looking spaceship shoes. They crazy. They look awesome. Any colorway you could think of, black, orange, green. I think we all had them. But they also have some Chucks, my bad, coming out. I think everybody can get their hands on these if you want it. It's a very classic looking shoe. I don't know how many West Coast fans that you got, but I think this is a very dope shoe. Like, put together well. All the materials are of what is like a Como des Garçons one with a heart on. I know y'all probably seen those, but these are coming out again on this weekend as well. So these only retail for $135, but with Jerry Lorenzo's name, it's almost like saying Travis Scott to a shoe. Anything with him, it's high ticket price.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a very easy cop. So get your
Okay.
hands on these.
So that there you have it. It's not just Nike, it's not just Jordans, it's not just Yeezys, even though there are gonna be some different colorways with that coming out. Are they gonna make any? Is Pharrell done with the shoes? He's not making any more NMDs?
JB, you want to take that one?
I mean, honestly, I don't think he's done making shoes. I'm pretty sure he's probably still gonna come out with some more shoes. It's just a weird time for like shoes right now to do with like the coronavirus and all that other stuff. Just the heat's not there's heat coming out, but it's not like as accessible like as it usually is, like going in line to get the shoes and all that. But from what I've heard now, I haven't really heard anything about the shoes that are coming back out and stuff.
All right. So last question: when you guys are coming up with the pricing and the things like that, how do you come up with it? Do you kind of let StockX determine the market, or is there something that you guys look at what you got it for and you just have a margin that you're trying to make, or is there any rhyme or reason with it?
To be completely honest with you, so for some of the high ticket dollar figure shoes, we normally like to see what they're going for on StockX. And that's just to be fair to what we've brought to the table. You don't really have to have a hassle with us. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait 2 weeks. You know exactly where it's coming from, and it's legit. So we feel like we should be paid as such. But for people that show loyalty to us, we're gladly, showing love with those prices. Like, sometimes if you think about StockX, we didn't took payout for a lot of people. If you wanted to get into detail like that, but we definitely want to keep the people who want to put the shoes on. If you want to walk out, want to look nice, want to feel fresh, want to feel certified, we want to make them feel like they're getting it at a great price.
And do you guys buy shoes, or do y'all just strictly just sell them?
Oh no, I definitely have my personals.
No. I mean, like, if I needed to get rid of some shoes, like, and I wanted to get, do you guys help with the sell of those, or is that something that you guys just try to let the others do?
Yeah.
For sure. We'll definitely take some. Anything used. We just got some used Last Shot 14s in, shouts out to Jordan. Shouts out to the Last Shot. That was a great series, though, for real.
Man, that dude made so much money with that. I know so many people don't spend so much money on shoes, but I don't want to take too much more of your time because we got to edit this down to make sure we put it on the other different platforms, the IG. This is on YouTube right now already. So on Periscope, it's on the Facebook, the Sports Den Live. Appreciate you guys coming again. If you guys want to know how I get my shoes, what do I got to do? Well, here are the connects, here are the plugs. To maybe we'll get in where there's another special shop. If he gets them super dunks and I can afford them things, and we might have to come on. You might have to break this down and explain to me all the intricacies of these shoes. And I know you got those Yeezy linens for me, Juwan. So that might be the next thing that we do. We come on and we just kind of talk about the little intricacies and why this shoe is worth what it is, man. Again, appreciate you guys for taking your time out, and we'll definitely connect later. Guys, go holler at these guys and get your shoes.
Appreciate that, big game.